Puyo Puyo Tetris was a huge hit in Japan, and it's finally out in America. I'm Kyle Hilliard. This is Jeff Marchiafava.
Hey.
And you reviewed the game. You played it on Switch, and you're going to tell us 4 things about it.
Puyos and Tetraminos, whichever one, they don't mix well together. The game has a couple modes that try and mash the two together in kind of a new way instead of just having separate modes for Puyo Puyo and other modes for Tetris. But those end up being kind of the least compelling parts of the overall game. I think the big mode is Fusion mode, where you have both Puyos and Tetraminos coming down together. Tetris is a really fast game where you're just trying to shove blocks into the right holes, and Puyo Puyo is much more methodical, where you're trying to set up these long chain reactions. And so the game modes that try and mix them together just never really overcome that obstacle. I know you're probably expecting a lot from the story, Kyle, because you love Puyo Puyo and Tetris Fiction so much, but even with the lowest of expectations for what a story mode might be, it just doesn't deliver. I guess Puyo Puyo actually has a lot of actual characters from previous games in the series. It ends up being just this long list of cameos from these characters that you don't know, and if you don't know them, their personalities don't really come through, and it just kind of ends with a shoulder shrug of a climax. And so on one hand, it delivers a string of CPU battles, but I would prefer just setting those up from the main menu screen as opposed to going through these dialogues and cutscenes that don't really add much to the overall mix.
I can't be everywhere!
Tetris isn't challenging enough if you're a hardcore Tetris fan. Even when I set it to the fastest level that you can set it to, the game still uses easy spin, and so even making a ton of mistakes while I was playing, I was still able to continue playing endless mode endlessly. If you're one of those people who wants a Tetris game that's gonna push your skills and make you better at the Tetris side of it, this isn't it. This kind of overrides all the negative things that I could say about this game, which is that it's still classic Puyo Puyo and classic Tetris action. And so if you are just looking to have 2 of the biggest puzzle games on your new Switch, you can go ahead and buy it right now, because they're both fun, they control super well, they have customization options for the different Puyo blobs and Tetris pieces, and they have plenty of online and same-screen co-op options. Even if the new modes aren't the best, you can't go wrong with classic Tetris or classic Puyo Puyo.
Puyo Puyo Tetris is available for Switch and, strangely, only physically available on PlayStation 4. You cannot download Puyo Puyo Tetris on PS4 from the PlayStation Network, which seems really strange. Jeff Marchiafava?
Yep.
You reviewed the game. You gave it a 7?
Yes.
You can find the review on GameInformer.com. Thank you so much for watching.